Hi, this is the Tillamook County Pioneer, and this is our ongoing podcast series about getting to know your local nonprofit. Today, we're going to be speaking with Briar from the Tillamook County Habitat for Humanity. A humanity, it's something completely different. Um, Without further ado, I'll let her take it away and describe not only what Habitat for Humanity does and the restore that we have in Tillamook County you're down by the cheese factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But also an upcoming fundraiser that sounds like a blast. So you're going to be making a cornhole tournament. How fantastic is that?
Yeah, we applied for a grant through State Farm and were awarded funds to build cornhole boards and purchase the bean bags. So the grant is all about getting engaging youth in volunteering and doing better for their community. And we are just so excited. 2 weeks from now, we'll have 2 different youth groups in the county, and the invitation will go out to any youth in the county who want to help and get a waiver signed out by their parents. And they'll come and build the cornhole boards, and then we will use those in a couple months to do our first ever cornhole fundraiser. So it's really going to come full circle. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to see the kids engage in the project. And, I'm hoping that some can come and attend the event as well and help with that and maybe get their parents to play some cornhole. So it's going to be awesome.
Fantastic. How much money are you hoping to raise?
Ooh, I don't really know. I have just begun the process of kind of evaluating what people typically charge to be part of those tournaments and what we want ours to look like and, set the foundation for that. So I think this first round is going to be our learning round, but I think it'll be a great way to get out in the community and do some fundraising to a different group of people and see what we can do.
Well, fantastic. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the organization's history and how you got started and some of the things that you do. You have a lot of services, and I don't know if people know about all of them.
Yeah, I agree. So for sure. So Tillamook County Habitat for Humanity, our biggest focus is on affordable housing and everyone having a decent place to live. And a decent place to live looks different to all of us. But it's really important, us as an organization, to us that we are meeting people where they're at. So we are known for the houses that we build and then sell at an affordable price, which in today's day and age, it's hard to buy an affordable house. So it's pretty amazing that we're able to do that. And it's because of the generosity of our donors, for sure, that we're able to do that. And we greatly appreciate that. But another important part that we do, which is equally exciting, if not even more, is we do critical repairs. And those can range from a complete new roof to a new door or a ramp or rail. It can also be flooring. We recently completed a flooring of a bedroom. The individual wasn't able to sleep in their bedroom for the past several years, and they were having to sleep in their living room in a very small trailer. So we came in and completely redid all the support systems in that floor and put new flooring on there, and also provided her with a ramp because she wasn't really able to leave the house. And she wrote us the thank you note that I just grabbed because it just really blesses my heart to read it. And it says, "Thank you so much for the new floor. You guys did such an excellent job and you saved me from becoming homeless. You can't imagine how much better I feel and how much better I sleep." So our critical repair program is it's so fun and exciting to see the way that we're able to impact individuals and help them to really have a decent place to live and are able to stay and age in place and go back out into their community, because a lot of people, when something happens that makes them not as physically able to get around, aren't financially able to make it so they can make the adjustments to their house that they are able to go out and get around. So it's really exciting that the repairs that we do, they're all just heartwarming and fantastic and life-changing. So right now we're working on a veteran's house through the Repair Corps grant that we received, and we are doing a complete overall haul on his roof and deck replacement and a door that he can actually get into with the things he needs to get in and out of his house. So it's very exciting. I love our repair program. I could probably go on about it all day.
Well, that's fantastic. That's what I want you to do. So I would love to hear more about that. About how many people do you serve? And tell me a little bit about their demographics, both within your repair program and the new build program.
Okay, so the repair program we serve, last year we did 13 repairs. This year we're a little behind on that number, but I'd say we're at like 7. But we did hire a new building coordinator. We hadn't had a building coordinator before, and our AmeriCorps time had lapsed. So there was just some time in between that made our number a little less. But in the past, they were doing just a couple a year, and then they really ramped it up a couple years ago to, and we could do 5 or 10 of these. So we're just continuing to build on that momentum, with the exception of a little blurb in between of not having that momentum going because we didn't have the capacity. But it's really an exciting program, and our demographics for that are whomever applies, as long as they meet our financial criteria, which is 80% and below AMI, area median income, then we're able to partner with them. And payback on those type of things is always affordable, if at all, because sometimes it's not at all affordable. And I would say so far on the ones that I've been a part of, payback is it's been really low. It's a very low percentage actually have any payback, and then their payback is a low percentage of the cost, and we make it affordable. So some of the payments we receive are $5 a month. It's just partnering and being that hand up, not a hand out, that Habitat likes to say that we are, because we are. We like to partner and help you to be able to do the best you can do with what you have, and not overextending them financially. So a lot of times that looks like us just doing it for free, which is why we are so appreciative of donors, and we're so thankful our restore is so successful. And those donations bring us funds, so we're able to use those within the community. And then as far as the houses, right now we're building 2 houses, and that process for home owner selection happened right previous to me coming. It's a pretty rigorous process with a lot of rules and regulations to make sure that we're equitable and doing all the things we need to do, which I really value and appreciate. My HR history really appreciates that we have a good emphasis on being fair and intentional and inclusive and equitable. So that's pretty awesome. We again have to check that the individuals are at 80% and below AMI, and then the house prices are based on their income and can be no more. It's set at 30% of their gross income, their payment. So that's pretty fantastic. When my husband and I first bought our first house, it was well over 50% of our gross income. And a lot of us find ourselves there, and that's a hard place to be. So we're able to make it affordable by having that percentage guarantee.
That's fantastic. What I have some recollection of local median area incomes for the county based on the most recent census records. Household of one is, I think 40, is it 46 is the mean?
You know, I wouldn't even try to
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do know I've got for 2022 a 2-person household, 80% and below, according to Oregon Housing Community Services, is $46,000.
Okay, so that makes sense. It would have gone up a little bit for individuals. About how many people qualify based on that within the county? Like a few thousand at least, or?
Oh yeah, I don't have a statistic on that either, but we have very few applicants that apply that don't qualify based off their area median income.
So is it more the bottleneck is the builders and the resources available to actually build the homes? So the materials, the is that the bottleneck? It's
as far as building more houses goes?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we only have so much capacity to build the houses. We actually partner with a fantastic partner, Tony Troyer, with his construction. And he is our contractor on our builds. And then our building coordinator helps him to build the houses and helps coordinate volunteers to build the houses. But yeah, building a house is it's such a big process, and the finances of it are so much, and we end up putting so much money into the house on the front end that we're only able, right now we're building 2. Typically where our goal is 1 a year, but we're kind of doing them simultaneous. One will be completed this year, and hopefully the other one very shortly after the end of the next next year.
Very cool.
It's building a house, so it's hard.
Hard.
Predicting a time frame is actually almost a cruel joke, but
Right, right. But they are getting built, and that's what matters.
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Restore. It's for people who aren't familiar with the Restore, just a general location, but also you can buy really cool things there. Definitely go. It's like I mean, it's amazing. I've gotten so many things there myself. So
It is such a fun place to shop for sure. So the Restore is a resale outlet. Well, some of the items we sell are new when they're donated to us new, or we're able to get some pricing on things to sell new. Right now we have some great flooring in stock that's all new. As a
I might
whole,
go down.
huh?
I might go take a visit.
Yeah,
I need
you
a floor.
should. It's
Yeah.
the good stuff
Oh,
too.
a big hole in my floor. Yes.
So we sell things like building materials, furniture, home decor, and pretty much everything in between except for clothing. We don't go into the clothing world. But it's a great place to find some eclectic, really neat things. I was working up in my office in a meeting a couple months ago, and I heard this really clear, beautiful music, like very, and I was like, what is this? And so when my meeting got over, I went to the window and tried to locate where this was coming from, and we had this awesome old record player that was like had this. It was just the neatest thing I've ever seen. And by the time I made it down there, less than 10 minutes once it had been on the floor, it was already sold because it was just so neat. Everyone in the store flocked to it. You just never know what you're gonna get here. It's awesome. It's so fun to shop and the money that you're paying for your product is going to helping us do these affordable houses and these affordable repairs. So it's really just it's like donating to us to help the community be better, and you're walking away with a cool product you found. So it's a win-win proposition for sure.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about the cornhole tournament. What's the when are you thinking about holding it, and how far along in the planning stages are you?
Well, we've only gotten to we received the grant a couple weeks ago, well, word that we are receiving it, excuse me. And we know that we're building them in 2 weeks with the 2 youth groups like I talked about. We haven't set an exact date. We're looking in the fall is what we're thinking. We're looking for some locations and stuff like that before we settle on one, but I'm really hoping it's one of those staple events that everyone really wants to gather for and rally around Habitat, and that we meet kind of a different group that wants to support us, because I think there's a lot of people who have an interest in helping Habitat. I'm just hoping that we can enter some of those communities and really
Yeah.
who knows what we do and supports us.
Can you talk a little bit about the volunteers that you have? Like how many people are the people who run the store, are they volunteers? Are they paid staff? And how many people does it take to build a house?
Great question. So we are so blessed with volunteers. Right now, I just came from the job site about an hour ago, our building Garibaldi, and there had 4 volunteers helping, and 2 of those are just so regular volunteers. I mean, they are, man, I tell you, diehards, and we so appreciate it. And we'll just get people who come for, they are available limited time, but love to plug in with us. At the Restore, we get a lot of volunteers who, again, it'll be kind of sporadic. And we do have community service people who come in and help us. And that's always, fun to partner with them and get to meet those new people in the community and see how they can help us and us help them. Like, it's a great partnership. It's super fun. What we're able to do with volunteers and community service members is awesome. And honestly, you can't build an affordable house. You can't. So we are able to build them as close to cheap as possible. Oh no, as close to inexpensive as possible, because we have the volunteers and because of our partner Tony Troyer with his construction. Otherwise, we'd be upside down on every part of the build for sure. But it's super awesome that we have people who want to invest in our community and do. And our program is ran, our homeowners do sweat equity hours. So the long and short of it is, as a family, they have to have 500 sweat equity hours, and 200 of those would be per adult purchasing the house, and the other 300 could come from from them as well, or from friends and family. So it's a pretty great thing to watch too, where people are coming out and they're working on their own homes and getting some sweat equity hour there, and then they bring their friends along and say, "Hey, come help me out. I need these 500 hours, and I want to partner with you in this." And it's such a fun process to watch. They've done some weekend builds on the Bay City, and it's just a great time. Like our contractor's like, "I'm only gonna stop by for an hour because I've got things to do," and then he's like, "Oh, I was there till 5 because it was so fun and we were getting so much done. I just couldn't leave." So we have a great group to work with for sure.
Wonderful. Um, Goals for the future. If somebody wanted to volunteer and you were looking for a specific skill set or a specific type of person, you mentioned that you want to increase the range of people you typically get. So what kind of volunteer or donor are you looking for?
Honestly, we offer volunteer things for everybody, for every range. Like you said, it could be a financial donation, but they could work in the restore for pricing or for cleaning things up or for rehabbing furniture or as a cashier or a greeter. They could work on the job site, and you don't have to have the specific skills. Our building coordinator is Russell Rimple, is amazing at helping people find what skills they have, honing those in, teaching what is necessary for this part of the job and getting them going on something, as is Tony. So that's fun. You can go to the job site and learn some new skills and grow. You could also go to the job site and just kind of be the person that helps move things to and from and does some cleanup. And, maybe you're a gopher and grab the stuff that we need in town or whatnot. So it really, honestly, I think we're a unique organization that we offer so much diversity in what you could volunteer, that it's like, you've got a skill, come bring it. If you're great at marketing and you want to make my cornhole advertisement, I would love that because no one wants to see what I'm going to create. So it's just
And all hands on deck.
yes, for sure.
Wonderful. Well, where do people learn more about do you want people to come into the store first? Is that the best point of entry for somebody
To
new to
volunteer?
Habitat? Yeah, or to learn about you. Do you send them to the website first, or do you just tell them to come into the store and talk to somebody? Or
I think it's whatever works best for them because we're all different and the way we want to receive information is different. So we do have our website at tillamookhabitat.org, and we've got a lot of information on there. But we'd be happy to talk to people in-house. We've got the restore staff, and they would love to chat with people. And we also have our affiliate staff that can tell you more about what we're doing as far as the critical repairs and affordable homes. And Russell Rimple runs our Civic Champs app. That's Civic, CIVIC Champs app. And that's where we kind of run all of our volunteers if possible, if they want to do an electronic thing. And that's really a great app that he can input what job they're going to be working on, what hours, the address. If they use the app and they put the location on, it will say, "Oh, you got to the job site. Are you volunteering?" And they can click yes. And then when they leave, it knows and they can say they're done. And it would track their hours. And those hours, they can know for themselves, and they can donate to the families that we were talking about for sweat equity. So it's really just a great app that helps us communicate effectively where we're at and what we need and things such as that. And that would be through Russell. And his information is on our website for volunteering. But I mean, we're easy. Like, give us a call, stop in, look at our website, email us, whatever someone wants. We're here and we're ready to share what we're doing and get them plugged in.
fantastic. And I'll make sure to put those links somewhere in the video, wherever they should go. And
Okay.
yeah, I'll make sure that they're in the description as well, so that they won't just be a blip somewhere. So civicchamps.org.
Yep. Yeah, and I can send you the web address for that directly for sure.
Well, that was a really wonderfully condensed and informative interview. You had perfect answers, 10 out of 10. So unless you would like to add anything, I feel like this is probably a good time to wrap it up. Did I forget anything? I feel like you had cornhole.
Yeah, I think most of it. I think I would like to talk about if it would be okay if you could ask a question how you donate products to the restore? Because I failed to talk
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you donate products to the restore?
Donating products to the restore is pretty easy. You can do it however works best for you. You can bring your stuff and we will help you unload it or unload it for you and then get it priced in on the floor. Or you can call us and we will come and pick up the items for you. So it really helps. You know, some people aren't able to transport the product. So we're happy to take those phone calls and connect them with a pickup of their items.
Well, that's fantastic. I will actually, you know what I'll do? I have a lot of furniture that I'm trying to get rid of, and
Oh,
I would be happy to donate most of it. So,
that's
uh,
awesome. Yeah, that'd be
I'll
great.
do like a little short video of like how like getting the setup and having them come out and do it, and then that way I can maybe append it to the end and people can see how it works.
I love that, Kara. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, that's awesome.
Is there any limit in terms of like how much you'll take from any one house?
No, as a whole, it's just, you know, I mean, they sometimes will have to go to a site and they're trying to donate things that we would be unable to sell. So
Mhm.
we'll have to say no to those items. You know, so sometimes that happens, but rarely it does. Most people want to donate items that would sell, and no, they'll fill the whole truck. They're like, oh,
Great.
let's get this thing filled up.
Fantastic. Okay, well, cool. Um, Thank you so much for your time. I feel like I learned about the Habitat for Humanity restore, and I feel like I knew everything about it before. Now I feel like I have a new appreciation for it.
Awesome.
And yeah, thank you for everything you do for the community and the
Yes,
people.
yeah,
Yeah, the
we
people who
appreciate.
have those houses are I think that they're often forgotten about. And so the people who are looking to do good, get out there for a day. Just one day, hammer, nails. I'm sure there's a million other things that you would need help with on a job site, but please consider volunteering. So
For
thank you
sure,
so
we
much.
would love to have you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kara.